gamers!
Well, this isn't really the greatest of news if you're a Nickelodeon All Star Brawl fan, but maybe we'll try. Maybe I got something. I'm not saying it's going to turn it around, but something that would help the game out a little bit. So, the bad news, unfortunately, the Smash rival Nickelodeon All Star Brawl game. Well, it's dropped to single-digit Twitch viewers. Now I know Twitch isn't the be-all, end-all when it comes to how popular is a game and how well is it doing. That's not anything. This isn't like I'm not trying to make a doomsday video about this, but it is worrying a little bit just based on seeing how the player count has dropped so much over time. Like, the game hasn't even been out a month, but we're already down to single-digit Twitch viewers. Like, yikes! But yeah, some people go on to stay, or the article, it says, looks like Nickelodeon All Star Brawl isn't the Smash killer like some fans were expecting. Let's face it, this game was never going to be a Smash killer. No one's going to kill off Smash Bros. That was never going to happen. But some people were saying that it would. This was never a AAA game to begin with. The budget, we've seen this with several different aspects of the game. No voice acting. Like, alright, if you don't have that, if there's a bunch of stuff that's missing, how is it going to kill off another ultimate version of a game? That wasn't going to happen. But again, yes, since releasing in early October, the game has plummeted in terms of Twitch viewership all the way down to single digits. Like, that was the thing, right? We had a small community at the beginning, back in July when the game first got dropped, when we first got the reveal trailer. Everyone was, a couple people were excited. Not many people were talking about it. It was just kind of like smaller YouTubers at the time. Myself, there was Niall, who's formerly known as Dark Sparks Gaming. There was also the Shader Gamer, Titanium Solid. We were all kind of making little bit videos here and there on the game, trying to grow a little community. None of the big people came along, like Hungrybox. They didn't come along at first. It was less than a month before the game released. Then they finally decided, or maybe they finally got wind of the game, and then they decided to jump on. So we started small, and that's what this game is. Ultimately, it's a small game, but there's nothing wrong with that. But we had the small community, and then all these bigger people, bigger streamers, bigger content creators, if you will, were starting to kind of get on board, and they're all starting to watch it. I know Maximilian, I watched his reaction videos to the game. It was coming out, and people are like, oh, okay, this is getting a little bit more exposure. That's good for the game. And I said in a video back in September, I'm glad that these people are, covering this game. It's going to bring in even more people to possibly try out the game, to buy it, and hopefully we build a nice, strong, firm community that, constant player base. And while we've seen that over time, that it's just dipped and it keeps falling, and now it's at all-time lows. It's just not good. I know you could chalk up some of it, not a lot, but some of it to some people have stopped playing. They're waiting for this next big patch. There's a chance that maybe that patch actually dropped before this video goes live today, but there's a lot of people that I've seen in my comments, a couple other comment sections, that were waiting for this patch. They're like, all right, I'm just not going to play. Let's see what gets changed. All right, so that's fair. Let's see what gets changed. There's a lot of people that like the gameplay, some that criticize it. I think there's some fair points, but not really here to get into that. The thing that I think is hurting this game the most is we don't know what the future is. Now, there was a DLC or interview that said DLC is coming. I believe that was back in September. There was the interview. Hopefully, I'll bring it up if I still have that. But it basically says 2 DLC characters are coming shortly after launch. Well, we're about a month out from launch now, so we should be in that time frame of possibly hearing about when these next 2 characters, most likely free DLC characters, are coming out. And then they even said DLC will be coming along after that. Alright, so the thing with that is maybe there's some people that are still kind of holding out hope. Let's see who's next to, wait for that new character to, get some players back in the game. Hopefully, the player base starts to kind of go back upwards, trend up in the right direction instead of, losing people every single day, which is not good. We all know if you try to play the game and you try to jump online, how long does it take before you actually find a game? And then there's a chance that somebody's just sitting in the lobby. They walked away and they don't know they found somebody, so you're sitting there ready to go, and, well, nothing could be done. So, yes, it is... It's not looking good. I mean, like, you could bring up the Steam charts. Again, this is on all platforms, not just Steam, not just PC, but look at this. Player count right now, 128. This is from Sunday, by the way, so just a couple days ago. 128 people were playing at one time. Like here's the chart. So the game came out October 5th. Some people were able to get access the day before, but 12,000 people. All right, first day for Steam. Very next day, 7,600, 7,700, drops to 58, and it just kind of kept dropping from that. Boop, 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 drop. Look at that. October 11th, a Monday, it was at 3,700 people. Very next day, 600 people. What a big drop. What a huge drop off. That's kind of alarming. And then kind of from there, okay, went to 1,700, 1,600. I believe that was around where they had they patched out Sandy's Infinite, I believe is around this time frame is when that came out. So some players came back like, cool, I was tired of getting Infinite, but numbers keep going down. Another little patch. Oh, okay, cool. And then they just kept kind of dropping from there. And like I said, end of October, a couple days ago, 128 people online. That's not great. Something that I've been kind of thinking, like, go here. Look at this. Look at this. Again, this is just Steam. This is just PC. Look at that. Just go October 20th, 1,400 people. Then they lost 700. Then they lost 91. They gained 292, but then the very next day they lost 542. Like, you don't want to be in the red on this, and they've been in the red a lot, unfortunately. But I think something that might help the player base that is still around, the player base that is still kind of keeping this in the back of their mind, like, hey, it is a fun game, but, you know, what's happening with this game? What's coming out? I think they should do something like a little bit of a roadmap. You know, give us an idea of, say, for example, all right, by the end of November, at least one of the first two, if not both of the first two free DLC characters will be released. And then beginning middle of December, alternate costumes are coming into the game. Beginning of January, the new year, then we'll get the second free DLC character. And then beginning of February, you know, here comes the first paid DLC character. Something like that would really help out the player base. We would know at least a time frame of what's happening when they plan to, because the developers have been very good at communicating what's changing in the game, right? We get tons of patch notes. We're still, at the time of recording, we're still waiting for the patch notes for the big new update to drop, but that hasn't happened as of yet for recording, but maybe it dropped earlier today. But if it hasn't, you know, there's people waiting on that. Like, there could be some very significant changes in terms of which characters can no longer, you know, literally KO you off of spawn. You know, I know Powder Toast Man, among other characters, literally have a one-hit move that can KO you off of spawn. You spawn, and like, spawn invincibility lasts for like 2 seconds, even if you don't press an attack button. 2 seconds maybe. So if you just kind of sit there, you sit on your little platform, you're gonna lose invincibility. And then Powder Toast Man, if he's trying to jump around, strong up air, you're KO'd. And it's like, wait a minute, how do I get KO'd by one move off a spawn? Like, stuff like that, I hope, is what really gets fixed. We do know this game is rushed. The developer said they wish they had an extra 6 months to work on it, to fix some stuff, but unfortunately we got what we got. It's not a complete product, but the devs are definitely doing what they can to change what is needed to be changed, and that's always good when the developers are actively looking out for the community in terms of they're listening to us, they're listening to our feedback, what we don't really like about the game, what's not working, and like, this needs to change, something needs to change, and they're doing what they can, which is great. But a roadmap would greatly help, I don't know, keep people interested or vested, or just giving an idea that yes, we're still doing something. I still get questions all the time. I don't have a definitive answer because I don't know. I don't work on the game, but I get people that will ask me, "Hey, when's the DLC? When are the free characters coming?" I'm in the dark with you guys on that one. I have no clue. I got no clue when the characters might be coming, but like they said, soon after launch. I mean, this is kind of soon, so hopefully we kind of hear something soon. Just give us an idea of, yes, by the end of November, for example, a character at least the first free character should be coming out. Gives us something to look forward to. Gives us the idea to look forward to the character reveal trailer, and then they'll get the character moveset breakdown. Maybe Thaddeus does one of those again. and then the character drops. Hopefully for every single platform at the exact same time. Don't go PC gets it 3 days later, PlayStation a week after that, then Xbox, and then 10 months later, then Switch finally gets the first update for the game. They're still waiting on that, but it's just a roadmap. I think helps. It's not going to fix everything by any stretch of the imagination, but it kind of gives confidence to those of us who are still left. I mean, it is a fun game when we can actually play the game, when we can find somebody to play against. So, I don't know, just kind of some not so great news, but I still think there's a lot that can be done to help turn this around, and hopefully we can find a very steady player base. Like, again, 2 days ago, the average daily peak was 128 people. And that's PC. With no cross-platform, not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. And again, PlayStation, I've seen it myself. Lobbies, you find like maybe you might be lucky to find the same 3 or 4 people. And then it's kind of like, all right, well, if I'm doing ranked and they're 200 points ahead of me, well, am I really going to sit there and decide to get my butt whooped? Maybe, because I just kind of want to play the game a little bit. But then if I get stuck in some weird new stupid combo where it's like, oh, I can't even get out of this because of certain moves and their knockback, whatever, then it becomes fun, and then we lose, or then it becomes unfun, and we lose even more people. So roadmap helps, sure. I hope the devs just kind of keep doing what they're doing. Keep us in the loop, because we need that. We really do. But that's all I got for this one. Just, I don't know, a video I wanted to put out for whatever reason. But yeah, hopefully we can turn this around. I don't necessarily mean we need 80 bajillion people online, but find a hopefully solid number of people per platform that are just eager to play the game. So hopefully we can find that point. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Do you think a roadmap would at least help the game out a little bit? Kind of somewhat stabilize the future, the outlook for the game? Like, all right, I know stuff is coming. Characters, alternate costumes, items were a thing that could happen. Maybe a game mode if they wanted to work on that. A tournament mode, for example. Maybe, let us know what might be coming. And they don't have to necessarily tell us who the character is. Just say, character 1 by end of November. Character 2 by the end of December. Game mode by middle of January. Something like that would be very, very appreciated. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on a possible roadmap. But yeah, that's it. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.